everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Texans going up against the Jaguars.
Well, Larry, with a sight of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. On third down, Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
One of the things that I observed when Dante Fowler was coming out in the NFL draft, how hard he played the game. Every time I turned on a tape, he was either rushing the passer, making a play, or making a play in space against a ball downfield, or hustling from one sideline to the other. How about that play right there? Making a nice tackle, holding it to a short gain.
And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Looking to throw on second down. Pat, throw left side is complete to Rodgers. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Ross on the return. Still fighting for more. Touchdown, Houston. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Off the play fake. Peck. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, Peck. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down. Doesn't find anyone open. tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Throwing again. Peck. Brought in over the middle by Grant. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Off-play action. Peck. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Peck. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now out comes Houston. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, that's Johnson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Underneath for Johnson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him at the 47-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler able to run him down for a loss of a yard. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson, muscling free near the 40. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on first down. Peck firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Detroit! 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 Off the play fake. Peck. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard, Leopard. Over. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
To throw again. Peck. They'll drop it off to Pirine, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Gone. Watch it now, Barney.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go.
Halfback sent in motion.
Blue 90. Gone.
third down. Peck. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They begin the drive with Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go to Johnson again. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
From the gun on third down, Ryan dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Off the bootleg. Peck. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. The Broncos have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down at the 38-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now Ryan on second down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Play action. It's Ryan. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Jaguars send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Good.
They're going to try and wide open receiver complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the back goes into motion. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Lambeau to add on the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, John Ross. Nifty move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Again, it's Johnson. Gets around him and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break, as we send you downstate to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. In motion left is Rodgers. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Grant. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Here's the Texans offense now readying for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for a loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
They'll run for it. This is Matt. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. From the gun, Ryan steps away to his left. Caught left side, Hopkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And this one is right through. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, good move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. No. Check. Patriot. All right, Patriot. Gun. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Grant. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, here we go. Over.
Back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. So that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now Mack, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Play clock winding down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, Ryan. Powers through. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. On 3rd down, that's Mack. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. The play clock's running down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Play clock winding down. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Detroit! Set! Blue! No. Check! Patriot!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Here we go now. Like that. Watch it now, Barney.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from taking the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And he did not. They stop him. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Here's Pirine. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here we go. It's Ryan on fourth down. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.